I come alive on this 30th of April to the people of Papua New Guinea, and I make this special appeal to the citizens of this country to be united in our fight against corruption in order to take back Papua New Guinea. We need to take back our lost pride. We have been marginalized on our own land because of corrupt practices over the last 50 years. Since independence, the laws of this country have not favored us in terms of wealth distribution. Our land and resources have been put out on the auction to foreigners, and they have come in to take our land and resources, and they have taken our business, they have taken our jobs, and they have made us very poor over the last 50 years. We have moved from a very affluent and peaceful society to a very poor and lawless society. And you can see very clearly that there is one glaring evidence that our leaders have failed to uphold the rule of law, and therefore corruption has crept in and has destroyed our future and that of our future generations. The People's Anti-Corruption has so far moved 3 applications in court. We have moved an application in court registered as OS number 8 of 2024, which is a summons for the Prime Minister and Finance Minister to appear in court to show cause as to why they have not accounted for public accounts in the revenue and expenditure of public monies over the last 10 years. This matter has been called up to court 3 times and is yet to be heard. Our last appearance, our court appearance was on the 22nd of October, on the 27th of October 2024, and the judge was not available. Secondly, we have filed an application in court for the Police Commissioner David Manning to show cause as to why he could not process the former Finance Minister and the current Prime Minister James Marape for his involvement in the Paraka scandal, where he had given very clear and explicit instructions to the Acting Secretary of Finance, Mr. Jacob Yafai, to identify funding and to create a special vote to pay for the monies. We believe that there has been injustice in the police commissioner and the police appointing the former prime ministers, the former finance minister and prime ministers as state witness, and we have summoned Manning to come to court to explain that. Our third application, which is section OS number 53 of 2025, has to do with the allegation of rape and abduction of a victim called Flora Masho from Kimbe, who had filed a statement and complaint to the police in January 2024 against Commissioner David Manning as police commissioner, and that has been suppressed by the commissioner in him creating or establishing an unlawful police unlawful investigation board. And we have summoned him to show cause as to why he has created an unlawful body to protect himself and undermine the rule of law in this country. Now, we have seen so much of corruption in high-profile cases, and also we come to believe and accept that the judiciary, which is supposed to be the pillar of democracy and justice, is not doing what it is supposed to do. And we at this moment we are very concerned about the decline of the rule of law, and we believe that there needs to be much more action from the society as a whole. So therefore, I am now calling on the people of Papua New Guinea to join the People's Anti-Corruption Movement in doing a wheelbarrow push in every village, every town, every center, every community, every street to make sure that we raise the money we can to get the legal, to afford the legal fees to test the perpetrators of corruption in the court of law. At the moment, the People's Anti-Corruption Movement is struggling with taking these matters to court because we don't have the financial support. And we are not going to get any support from anybody because the system is absorbed in corruption. So today I'm appealing to all Papua New Guineans across the country, from Vanimo to Samarai, and from Manus to Daru Island, to take this Wednesday, the 7th of May, as a day of national reconciliation with the rule of law. And we are asking you all to contribute whatever little you can contribute, from 10 toya, 20 toya, 50 toya, or 1 kina, that we can collect together and make something out of it in bringing our leaders to account for to the rule of law. As we have seen in the last few weeks and months, 89 members of the parliament have gathered together and made the government of Papua New Guinea a one-party government. Parliament has got no opposition, and they have unanimously agreed that the Prime Minister, Judge Marape, will continue to perform as Prime Minister until 2027. And that is fine. They are lawmakers, and that we should not question their wisdom. But beneath that, we are questioning the transparency and accountability of public finances. And reports from the Ombudsman Commission and the Office of the Auditor General have shown that there were 91 members of parliament who have not acquitted the public finances. So you can see that obviously you can safely deduce that these people who have turned out to be criminals, who will not account for public finances, and they are supporting themselves to stay in power as long as they can. So I am appealing to all Papuans right across the country to hold our leaders and bureaucrats and law enforcement agencies to be held accountable to the rule of law. And that is why I'm calling upon all Papua New Guineans to donate generously wherever you can in your own villages, to your councillor or to your church pastor or to your father or to anybody who's a responsible member of the society, to bring the contributions forward so that the People's Anti-Corruption Movement can take legal action against all these perpetrators of corruption. I will not repeat myself. We have already filed several summonses. We have absolutely no confidence in the impartiality of the Ombudsman Commission. We have already given a warning that we will be summoning to court to explain why he was not able to process certain allegations of misconduct in office by the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, and many other departmental heads that are still there. Letters complaining about the Commissioner of Police for the rape and abduction of a lady have not been attended to by the Ombudsman Commission, and we have already written off the Ombudsman Commission as a person of bad conduct who is not capable of continuing as Chief Ombudsman Commissioner. Furthermore, we have also filed in court for the removal of the police commissioner for his alleged sexual offense. It is highly improper for a government to continue to sustain a police commissioner who's come under accusation, and as there was an application for a warrant of the arrest of the commissioner which was suppressed by the magistrate's court. And the order of the magistrate was that this matter be brought out by a senior officer, meaning one of the two deputy commissioners would have to take up the case, and that has not happened. So we assume that there has been a conspiracy by certain members of the public service and the politicians and those in power, business people, and of course big investors, to suppress the rule of law so that they can get away with crime. Now this is a special appeal to the 10 million or so people of Papua New Guinea to contribute from your pocket 10 or 20 cents, 20 toya, 10 or 20 toya, 50 toya, 1 kina, place it on our volunteers who will be standing on the road or in the villages to collect the money so that we can pay for the legal fees to proceed with the matters on foot. We wish to prosecute many more. Like I've said already, the People's Anti-Corruption Movement has filed an official complaint with the Police Criminal Division to have the Prime Minister and certain members of Parliament and governors interrogated and investigated for under Section 61 and 62 for soliciting bribes and for the Prime Minister for having paid bribes to them. We have glaring examples. I do not wish to recall or repeat what I said earlier. Instances where the governor of Enga was offered 60 million kina, which was contested in a court of law and was nullified by the courts. Furthermore, the governor of Morobe had accepted 50 million kina IDG grants. We do not know whether that was budgeted or not. And we also have cited the governor for NCD who had received 30 million kina paid to a company called Asia Pacific PNG Limited. And we have referred all this to the Police Crimes Division for them to assess and to investigate in their own time. However, we have given notice that we will also go to the court to test the impartiality of the court, to apply for an order to direct the police to proceed with in investigating people that we have complained against. And that requires a lot of money. If we have to get a high-profile QC from Australia, if we have to get lawyers to file out the applications and put out the evidence and assist us in the work, or to get private investigators, it's going to cost money. And we are appealing to the Papua New Guinea community to contribute towards saving our own country. That is why I have, earlier this morning I've gone on Facebook live stream, Facebook on my Facebook page. I've also posted on WhatsApp to all those who can read and digest and understand the perilous situation where we are in, where Parliament and the bureaucracy and the judiciary have compromised on the rule of law and are misleading this country, and the country is sinking into a sinkhole of poverty because of the unequal distribution of wealth. I have pointed out very clearly, and I will not repeat myself, I have called on the Interpol to act on my complaint, and I'm waiting on the police to call me in so that I can lay out my complaint. There was a certain company registered as Ipwens Limited, which received a contract of 3.5 billion kina and has been paid almost 1 billion already between 2023 and 2024. A total of 750 million kina was paid out to Ipwens Construction. We are going to apply in court to get orders to direct the police to do a forensic on the accounts to determine how this money was obtained, and whether they had gone through the proper procurement process to obtain that money, and where they have spent the money is something that the people of this country have an interest in, because we are suspicious that that was embezzlement of public taxpayers' money. With that, I appeal to all our followers right throughout the country, and I appeal to the youths. Today we have witnessed, we have seen what the University of Papua New Guinea can do and produce. They produce more than 200 lawyers who have just graduated today, and we congratulate you. And we ask all these young lawyers to go out and cut the teeth and assist us to restore the rule of law. On Wednesday, we're asking you to step up as future leaders of this country and as officers of the law, to go out join us in the wheelbarrow push to do something for our country. We go to save our country and build our country. We can say that we are good citizens. All good citizens are heads to walk out on the street and assist in the wheelbarrow push. If you are busy doing other things, you can always drop a 10 toya or 20 toya to anybody who's walking along the road with wheelbarrows and whatever, to raise the money for us to fight corruption. This exercise is to fight corruption and all the perpetrators of corruption so that we can restore the rule of law for once. We have seen that democracy doesn't work. Even the local level government councils are now on. There is no biometric system, and the government has been repeatedly saying that we can't have the biometric system when we know that we have the state-of-the-art technology. It is not so hard to use technology to get a proper process of electing officials. So the corruption is prevalent, and there's no way around. You can't trust anybody. All the political parties, including Pangu Party, which is the oldest party, has been the cause of the country's ruin. And we want to fix that ruin by amassing and uniting as a force so that we can stand together. Otherwise, our country is sold out and we are going to be slaves in our own country. And we don't want that to happen. So on Wednesday, I will be asking to go on the radio stations, and I'm appealing to the whole country to go out and do a wheelbarrow push to contribute money in your little community so that we all can stand together in the fight against corruption. With that, I thank you all for listening in and watching me today. Spread the message around. Pass my speech, my live broadcast to your friends, and create the awareness in every community, in every tribe, in every clan in this country. We do not trust our leaders anymore. You have seen how 89 grown-up people have pledged their loyalty to a man who is proven that he is incompetent to run this country. And we are very suspicious to why they have done that, and we'll have to resort to the law to investigate them and to find out why they have done what they have done. Thank you for watching me today.
Thank you.
You have a nice day. Thank you, Kua.